Once someone told me that once you reach 80, then you're entitled to do most anything you wanted to do. And I'll tell you something, this is what I want to do right now. Isn't she something? Yes. Incredible. You know, 80 years, and been well over half that time, this is the young lady I've been with, and she's just awesome. It's me. And the love of my life, and you just can't do that. You know, I'm kind of, at this age, you kind of force you to think back over your life somewhat, you know, and I think your life is kind of determined by a series of events or milestones along the way. It kind of shapes what happens to you, and your life could have been entirely different unless it was a path that you happened to take or just happened. And for example, the first 10 years of my life, I was living as a boy in Missouri, in the middle of the United States. And at that time, everything was dominated by World War II in those days, what I can remember. And it was back in times when we had, you know, even blackouts and that sort of thing, the newsreels, so that's what I kind of remember about that. But, you know, when reflecting back on that time, if the outcome of that war would have been different, my life would have been entirely different. And I think all of ours would be. And I'm so thankful to be a citizen of this great country that we have, even though it's all the shortcomings that we have. You know, I think I'm a very lucky man in that regard. And then after the first 10 years of my life, my family picked up and towed a 25-foot trailer house to California to relocate in Ventura, California, in Southern California. And what a great place to grow up as a boy, you know, as a teenager and so on. I mean, it was like, there's the ocean, there's the hills, and that's where I learned to play tennis. Because at that time, tennis was, that was a hotbed of tennis in the world, in Southern California in that area. That's where, because of the ocean, that's where I learned to do some saltwater fishing, which has been a great passion of mine over the years. And so, you know, like I said, it was just a great place to grow up. And then after that, went off to college, decided I wanted to coach. And then after that, I moved from Southern California to Northern California, where I was hired at a place called Foothill College in Northern California. I was there for 35 years. You know, if that hadn't happened, if that little milestone or event hadn't happened, I wouldn't have met many of the fine, great young men that I was able to have the privilege of coaching and remain some of my best friends to today. And then I think that after Foothill College and retirement, Georgia and I decided, well, we were fortunate enough to land and spend a lot of time here and met so many great people and we here and how can you do better than this? See them out here, and I see, you know, I mean, it's just a dream come true for me. But, you know, even, aside from all of the events, so to speak, that shape your life, the most important thing is, I think, the friends and the people you meet along the way. And I'll tell you right now, most of my very favorite people in the whole world are right here. I'm so happy, and I'm enjoying it so much, and I hope you enjoy the day half as much as I'm enjoying it. So thank you so much for being here. And I do want to make a special thank you for the pastors, Bill and Tammy, and the whole pastor clan for being so instrumental in our lives here, as well as preparing all this great food. So please enjoy, and any time where I think it's ready to eat if you're so inclined or whatever.
You want to say something now?
Robin wants to say something. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bit early.
Very quick.
He's got a script.
Yeah.
Well, it's difficult when English is not your native tongue, but Tom?
You could go there.
This is all. It's so emotional, everything. I am with several others here today, lucky to call us players in your orchestra. We all played a few years, over several decades in different constellations, yet today we all feel as if we played together. Through your guidance in what could be seen by others as a simple game, came meaning and camaraderie to boys that needed direction. I intended to say that I left Foothill with a sail, a rudder, and a compass. But it's obvious that all these days here together, we all did. However, we were all given one more thing. A few safe harbors to sail to that would always feel like home. You and Georgie are truly family members in all of our families' lives. And we would all be proud to say that we were all part of the Shimington family too. As a final remark, it is with all my heart that I thank you for your lifelong hospitality that has been beyond generous. And we love you both. And Tom, we're so happy to be here for your birthday.
Jesse! How's that? Tom, you go first.
Were you leaving already? I'm still drinking.
Well, you can drive, you can drive, and I can even stay.